Guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about House of Dragons. I did not do a episode 3 review, but I am going to talk a little bit about it in episode 4, because Daemon of the Sea Snake battle kind of is the result of what's going on in this episode. So Daemon is fighting those crab loving people who just wanna feast the world on crabs. You know, it's very blatant to see, like, their goals. They just, you know, maybe there's more than that. I know that they kind of want to take over the realm or whatever, but that's not important. So the king actually gets convinced to send him help. He gets pissed off, almost kills the messenger. You know, they say, don't kill the messenger. But he ends up going in one last time and by himself, pretending to surrender, and then massacring everybody because they kind of believe him. Then when they go to try and capture him, he turns on them. Now, after he wins the battle, they name him King of the Iron Sea, I believe, right? But anyways, he says, like, this means nothing to me. Everything that I won is yours, my king, to his brother. And then he takes his niece out for a little fun on the town, and because she's still on the fence, she feels like she's just being, you know, shipped off to the biggest castle, so she's really not trying to get married, and it's understandable. She wants to rule. She was named the heir. She doesn't feel like she needs to have kids, especially after the way her mom died in the childbirth. She couldn't believe, you know, she just couldn't believe that, like, that was possible, and she just didn't want that to happen to her. Now, in this, you know, in this episode 4, our dad's very sick of it. They find out, because the Hand has somebody spying on his daughter, that she was out with her uncle in a brothel. People saw them, you know, and now, you know, the king says, you know, confronts his brother. His brother says, rather me than some random person. And his brother's like, you know, just marry her to me. And, you know, the king isn't having that. Like, he's like, yo, you go be a good husband to your wife and try to rekindle and have heirs over there. Don't stop trying to prey on my daughter. And then he was saying how, like, one of their grandfathers had 2 wives, the Conqueror, and he was like, you're no conqueror. What makes you think that you can have 2 wives? Like, especially the second one being my daughter. So he pretty much is like, yeah, like, I want you out my castle and out my life. Like, I'm done with you. And it's like, you can really see that, like, Daemon's really pushing his luck with the king. He's really trying to weasel his way into the throne, and the king says that too, like, this is just a ploy for you to get the throne, because he said, me and your daughter will bring, you know, the Targaryen bloodline back to its purity. And he's, you know, the king's like, I see what you're doing. You won that battle, so you can try and persuade me to let you wed my daughter, so you can thus be named heir again. But, you know, he has 2 sons. Well, a son and a daughter now by Rhaena's best friend, who he married, who's the Hand's daughter. And now we can't even believe, like, what's happening next, you know, because the daughter's kind of upset with her, like, you know, my father said they caught you out with your uncle doing ungodly things, like, you know, who would wed you now? Your father's upset. he put in a lot of work to like send you out there to find suitors for you to marry, and I tried as well, and you know, it's just not working, you know. So but you know, their friendship is on the rocks, and she's like, you know, she's just being cordial because, like, you know, you're in a higher position than me now. Like, that's just how it works. I'm the princess, you're the queen. Like, that's just how it works. So she just tries to, like, you know, I would never do that. Like, you really think I'm that type of guy? My uncle just left me. But she seemed more upset, like, you know, she was mad that she had sex with him, not that like it was wrong to. So like, it's just weird. But so after they have their little discussion, she convinces her she didn't do it. She convinces the queen she didn't do it, and now the king is talking to her and is like, listen, you know, like what you and your uncle did is blasphemous. Like, you know what I mean? We can't have that. You're trying to get married. Who would want somebody who wants a woman who is like that? And you know, it's like that in these type of eras where women are mainly taken care of and, you know, looked after. So yeah, nobody wants damaged goods, as Andrew Tate would say. or you know, that the finesse podcast or whatever they're called, fit and finesse. Those guys are hilarious. But anyways, but like, this is one of those situations where it's like damaged goods, but even though she's the heir, she can technically do whatever she wants afterwards. She has to get married first. Now her dad pretty much said, you know, you keep denying everybody I present to you. You refuse to choose your own. So now you're going to marry the son of the sea snake. And I guess he was the best suitor. He has the most, like, military prowess or whatever. They have, like, a really good military. And that was her dad's decision. Like, you're going to marry him because I cannot do this anymore. Like, this political headache you are giving me is beginning to be too much. You know, I got one hand telling me to name my son an heir, and another hand I'm not trying to take you out of your position, you know, because I trust you. I trust my decision, and it's everybody else that is making me doubt it. But she said she will marry him, but he has to take care of the hand first, because he did not stop at any cost to try and find any dirt to make her not suitable to be the heir. But you know, if you like that's all I really have for you guys for the breakdown. But if you like what I'm putting out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.